Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. So it's Palworld.
Welcome, everybody. Hey, thank you very much, Baby Bread Bar, and also nice to see you, Mac and Cheesiest. Glad to have some first time, long times here.
So
Is
we're
Simone here? Is Simone alive? Is Simone surviving? What's happening to Simone?
so Simone is very busy, but
Okay.
may pop in to chat um, at some point. But they've got stuff to do.
Okay.
And Tina is out today. So it's just me and Pat. Oh my gosh, what's going on there? And I'm trying to
What I'm hearing
find
in chat is please make Pat louder. Everybody wants a louder Pat.
louder Pat. Let's do it. I can make that happen. Okay, I've boosted Pat.
Louder Pat. I'm going to continue to talk until I am loud in a satisfactory way, and everybody likes how loud I am. When I'm talking,
What do we
I want
think about
everybody to like
what do we think about
the
that now?
sound. The sound.
Pat World.
That's a good one, Theoblah. Theoblah says, louder Pat. I think that's a smack. Funny.
Let me get on my plant dinosaur.
So what the fuck is this?
So it's a survival game. Actually, though I would say that we're playing this game because I started playing it because it's like the most popular thing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me. I'm just into the the new thing. The new thing is happening, so I'm into it.
That's why everybody in the Polygon community and around the office calls you Mr. New Hotness.
Yeah, it's me. Um, No, but so this is honestly it was Julia has been doing our guides, great job of it. If you're into guides, um, but she just kept talking about things in it that made me think like there's something more to it than its like extremely simplistic description of Pokemon with guns. To the point now where I think that was just like a good marketing bit that they ran with. It's not the gun stuff is not that big a deal, or not that big of a portion of what the game is. It's mostly I think I've heard like a more accurate description is it's more like if you took the game Ark, the dinosaur survival game, and just replaced the dinosaurs with Pokemon. I have not played Ark, so I don't know that. And also, I guess a more it's a lot more approachable than Ark, which is probably to its credit why it's done so well for itself. Is that it's for a survival game very easy to get into.
Gotcha. Um, that's very cool. Um, I liked Arc.
Whoa,
Uh,
I don't want to be here.
Damien says Arc is mid, in my opinion. Yeah, I couldn't get into. Whenever I watched people like playing Arc, I'd be like, this just looks like too much of a slapdash thing. Like I didn't like the art style.
Oh gosh, it's all the way over here. Okay. I'm just trying to get to a fast travel so I can find you.
Sorry, I'm still making my guy. I will. I'll let you know when he's in the world.
No worries. I need to repair my armor. I'm not in good sorts right now. I was off exploring. Ooh, but here's a effigy. So the thing about it is like, and what I think to its credit is that it takes the Pokemon, you could say the Pokemon formula, and more of modern 3D Pokemon games,
Hmm.
like Arceus and some of the newer ones, um, and then adapts that to survival games. So, for instance, like I have to go around and find those little effigies. If I collect enough of those, that improves my ability to catch. Like, I guess I can do an example here with this guy. Um, is that just like in Pokemon, you get things weak enough with HP. Oh no, I killed that one. Well, here's another. Try that again. Um, the thing is, I really liked Arceus. Um, damn, I'm too powerful. Okay, these weak ones. So yeah, I mean, like in some ways, Pokemon has not changed. Pokemon is static, and I appreciate that something is just like here's the Pokemon formula,
Yeah.
and what if you? And that's why Arceus was I was so into right off the bat because I'm like this is different. This feels like different for a Pokemon game. I just like the fact I'm running around and can throw a ball like whenever I want, and seeing big Pokemon and stuff. And there's definitely big guys in this. But then it even like takes that formula a little further, and I can just pull a spear out or a crossbow, and I can just weaken the Pokemon before catching it. If I have or a POW. Now this is back at my base, and this is where it does start to feel like a farming game sort of. And I think again, you can be mean to your Pokemon, and there's a way I built this thing, which allows me to like set my guys to work normal, hardworking, or super hardworking. And as like a little picture, they're sad. Like I don't want to do this. You can, I guess, just like any game. I guess there's stuff you can do that is coded as mean, but like I just don't think this is any different from any other survival, like a game like Ark, where you have, I don't know, creatures doing your little chores for you.
Sure.
Not to say though that this game isn't aware of the like joke it's making about enslaving your Pokemon, in that like you can throw a Pokeball at humans in this game, and you can catch them, and then they work in your base. And I have one of
That's
those.
bad.
Yeah, I
You
have one of
shouldn't
those.
do that to people.
No, I have one of them in my base somewhere. There he is.
Hello.
Here's my syndicate thug. He's happy. He's
You
fed.
Oh, you have a syndicate thug.
Yeah, so they're like the Team Rocket stand-in. Which, you know, you think about how many games you like recruit people to work for you. It's like it's just making that explicit, that whole joke explicit. But the game pops up a little text pop up when you do that, when you throw it and try to catch a human being in a POW sphere. It says this is frowned upon, is considered inhumane in Palworld. So it's like, I don't know. It's the joke of any of these games that make you like, oh man, you're doing bad stuff. Like you could take it as
Hello.
bad. Oh, this guy is. Oh, that's
wait,
you.
I just ran into a guard. Where are you? Oh, wait, is that you?
That's me.
Unnamed guild. Okay, I thought it said guard. I couldn't, so it wouldn't let me name my character, but
I couldn't name mine
I'm-
either. I don't know if that's just they don't want to deal with that right now. That's bad.
I'm Pokenheimer.
I made my guy as like weird as I could, because that's kind of what I do in character creators these days. So I've got a very barrel-chested body with thin, spindly arms and legs, and my body
So
intersects my
you sort of
arms a
look
lot.
like Blanca Street Fighter.
I've got great hair and a handsome face.
Now your club holding position is a little
Yeah.
suspect.
It's satire.
So that's
Hold on, where's
that's a cool looking fake Pokemon.
which one?
This big one with the thing
Oh,
on it
yeah,
and
no, I
the-
like
the
that.
berry bush on its back.
That's Caperty. Caperty. And so, okay, again, like the all the pals in your base have skills, which is this thing on the like right side of the screen. Kind of, it's in the middle of the stats there. It says current task. Above that is a bunch of little iconography, and that's like the different kinds of skills they can do in your base. And it's just, again, very straightforward. You don't have to really assign things. You can assign them, but they'll just do the things that they're good at, I guess, to make this game, again, more approachable as a survival game. But again, I think that's a good idea, to take this idea of you've got pocket monsters, you've got all these little monsters working for you. They have different skills based on like what they are. Like some things can carry stuff. Some things have handiwork. They can actually build stuff for you. Caperty is good at planting, and that's what Caperty does. The water Pokemon or pals water your plants, like, or they can shoot their water at things like this that have a water wheel, and they'll actually like do mechanical work. I think it's an interesting idea to adapt this. And again, that all gets lost when it's just considered as just simplified as Pokemon with guns. So here I'll meet
Guy's
some of
over
the
here
pals.
like whacking a tree with his head. That's kind of neat.
Oh yeah, so he's a one of the ones that can do lumber, and so my Eichthyr, what is it, like Eichthyr deer? I think that's how you would say it. There might be some joke in there, not saying it exactly right. Got a lamb ball, celery, ha 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 ha. Cativa. I like this guy. I caught him actually from one of the like Team Rocket likes. Les Punk.
Whoa, cool. He's wearing like a hoodie. That's
Yeah, he's
sick.
kind of, I know, I like him. We got a little pinglet there. This floppy guy. I love. They all have like unique animations. Like maybe some things about this game are a little cheap or a look off the shelf, but uh, I enjoy the like animations make the characters a little more endearing than I expected. I thought they might cheap out on something like that, but and then in my, I guess I'll go show off. Well, actually, I just want to remember to do this. I need to repair my armor. Very Valheim, yeah, in the way that like you are slowly upgrading to better stuff. Your tech tree is just tied into your level, and at anywhere at any time you can just go in there and unlock things. And okay, again, I like again how it connects the survival mechanics to Pokemon sort of ideas. Every single PAL has a special ability. Early on, kind of weak pals just have abilities they do, but then later you have to start building gear for them. But the gear is like a
Whoa.
saddle. So like there's six.
Okay,
I mean
cool.
there might be like 7 or 8 that you can just give a saddle, and those are ones you can ride. Again, I think it's a better idea than Arceus at least, where like there's just the one Pokemon you can ride, like a horse, the one Pokemon you can ride in the water. And instead, this is like, okay, there's a bunch you can ride. There's a bunch of flying ones you can ride. There's this ones with necklaces are ones that become like they float around and fight with you, even if you've thrown another pal out to fight with. So it's kind of like having an extra one for fighting, if that makes sense. Some of them have guns, so that's where the Pokemon with guns comes in. Some of them, like the Jolt, this cute little hedgehog I have. I like Jolt Hog. He's good. His power is that I have gloves now, so I can pick him up, and he essentially is an electric grenade. I just toss him at my enemies, and that recharges, and that's his power. And I think that's like a good idea, and kind of like a better idea than what Pokemon did as far as like having powers that each like PAL has. So I'm all good to venture out if you wanna do that now. We'll see
It's
the.
telling me to make a pal sphere, but I don't have like the blue gunk that I need to make one of them.
Oh
So
yeah, I
maybe
got
just go find
one.
some.
Yeah, one of these boxes has it, or we can go find some as we go out. It's
Oh,
just kind of
Clayton and his boxes.
it's just lying around out there.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah, we'll find
actually.
it.
Do I have it? I think I have an egg. I just got a incubator, so I got to catch up and start incubating some eggs. All right, let's head out. Oh, actually, I have some equipment. I have my previous generation of gear in this box. If you wanna put that
Oh,
on.
sure. Your box is, it says it belongs to another guild.
Oh.
Oh, hang on. I can join your guild.
Oh yeah, can you just
I'm
join my
joining
guild?
your guild. Yeah, if you stay put. I need to hold F on you for a minute. There we go.
Yes, you're in my guild.
Yeah. I have clothing now. I'm going to carry a spear and use it as a weapon to fight my enemy.
And I don't know. Can you go to my Can you use some of my pals in my pal management
mm.
box?
Your PAL management box.
You can just go pick some in there and take a couple. It's over here. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm very lost.
And while you're there,
Let's
one
see.
of the main
Yeah, maybe.
progressions in this game is upgrading your base, and that's like why I've built things. Like literally, it's like build a wheat field now, build more beds for your pals, and that also increases slowly how many pals can be operating in your base. But I have a feed box for them, and it takes care of itself and how like they farm and put food there, and then that means they always kind of have food to eat. But I can come back here and give them better food and cook it and make it more efficient. But anyway, we'll go on an adventure now.
Let's go do some shit outdoors. Yeah, so it looks like the PAL box itself is like fully instanced.
Oh wow, okay.
I was not able to get your.
Oh, there's a blue crystal. You should be grabbing those.
Blue crystal. Thank you.
That's the
Alright, got
stuff
it.
you need. And if I don't know, did you see a pickaxe in there?
I guess I should have grabbed that. I did see one. Yeah, I'll
But
be
that's
right back.
these blue crystals here are the crystals you need.
Ooh, it's nighttime. Scary. Dude, speaking of nighttime, I'm so excited for Dragon Dogma 2. And
It's gonna be
one
so
of the
good.
very simple, cool things that the game does is how fucking dark it gets at night. It's so good.
It's the scariest nighttime of any game. That's not like outright trying to be a horror game.
It's really cool to actually like really have to use a torch and consider like, oh, I need this to see. I guess we got that a bit in back when we played Valheim too, right? Like,
I know,
like
that was a thing
and stuff.
I enjoyed about Valheim. There's the big tree that makes this game feel a bit like it's fucking Elden Ring.
Awa.
Also, I'm sure you've seen now that like when you walk into a new area, the like text on the screen again looks straight out of Breath of the Wild. This game's not subtle about the things it's lifting from. And again, I think it's entirely, fairly obviously intention to satire in some cases. Whether it's good satire is an open debate, but
yeah, I'm catching up with you here.
Okay. I mean, if you want to start like trying to catch some of these chickens, they're relatively simple.
Look at all those chickens. Can I craft a POW ball without?
Oh, you don't have any POW. Hold on, I'm just gonna drop you some because these I don't even use these that much. Drop. There you go. So you got to do a little damage to it first. They got to be like at least half dead,
okay.
And then you can throw a ball at them.
I'm going to catch a chicken. I accidentally killed the chicken.
You did too much.
Well.
Now, this game says you kill them, but very much like Pokemon, they just look knocked out.
Oh yeah, they're just sort of flailing around. Okay,
and they like
yeah,
have a little...
Right.
Okay, now it's perfect.
Oops.
You do have... Yeah, okay. And now... Oh, it doesn't happen when you're doing it, but a little percent happens on the screen.
Right, yeah, I saw that.
I'm going to try it so I can show people how it looks. Here we go. So, okay, these ones are so weak, and my power's leveled up, but catching is easier for me. But I like it more than Pokemon, because it'll be like, the first time it shakes, it's like 54%, and then it increases 67%, and then 100%. So it something about it is more, I mean, it literally is more communicative to the player of what's going on, and like, whether or not you need to weaken it more, or your ball is just not good enough, whereas Pokemon just doesn't tell you how good your Pokeball is, and expects you to just kind of like figure it out or waste a bunch trying.
Command POW? Okay, so I have POW, I can say, like, okay, I can pet my chickpea. I can command it to attack aggressively. How do I get this guy back in his ball once I've thrown him?
Press the same button again, LB.
LB. Oh wait, I'm using a mouse and keyboard.
Oh, then I'm sorry, I have no idea.
Do you throw a ball at it again to get it back?
No, don't throw another ball. That button is definitely the ball. Unfortunately, it's LB and RB and controller, and for a very long time I was just accidentally throwing my balls.
Oh, it's E. Okay. E.
Here I'm gonna go wake up this Dino Blossom, because I think catching it, I can actually demonstrate this catching a little better. Go get him, Jolt Hog. Oh, he's so good. Okay, back in your ball. You're gonna do too much. Okay, so this guy's definitely more powerful, so I started a pretty low capture rate, and that's probably not going to work. But of course, like Pokemon, there are better balls. Oh, I don't have any right now, but will this kill you? Oh, good. Okay. Oof. I guess like a lot of adventure games or survival games, if I die, my stuff gets left in a little bag, and I have to come back and try to get it.
Yeah, I'm in a down but not out state right now. I tried to fight some things I shouldn't have.
Oh no, I might get dead.
So if you fully knock something out, you can't catch it, right? Like,
no,
you can still catch it.
You just get some crafting materials, but it is no longer something you can catch.
Gotcha.
Oop, come on. Yes. Got it. Okay.
So you've been playing this on your Steam Deck or what? Like
I've been playing on PC. It is on Game Pass if you want to try it without giving the full money to the developer, I guess. I think it, again, sort of to its advantage, it looks better than the recent Pokemon games because it's running on either Xbox or PC. And some of the recent Pokemon games were a little janky, to say the least. And whatever jank this game has, I don't think it's as bad. So it definitely, I think its popularity is also connected to that. I think Cass wrote something up about that, that this was a good time for a like kind of new take on Pokemon. But the other, oh, thank you for the hype train. Hell yeah. Alaskan hero. Fluba, Feelba.
Feel blah.
Yeah, I think I would say it's endearingly janky. I mean, just like again, the character creator not even being able to compensate for how large and barrel chested I made my character is entertaining to me. Again, and the fact that they just I could show off some of my other pals. Like this thing is just
Whoa.
big and is like a sea creature, but just sort of like sits on land. I love it. It was actually a boss. I think, from what I remember of Arceus, I hated the boss fights. But this game's bosses are fun. I enjoy them. They're hard, and it feels like pretty great to win and to capture one of them and add them to your team. This is their take on a sexy Pokemon. It's unfortunate.
Ooh la la.
It has a really good skill where both it and I, when we attack while I have this Pokemon out there, we health drain. We like any damage we do heals ourselves. So I, at least so far, haven't found a way to just heal my own health. But
Yeah, I see mine slowly coming back.
yeah,
now
it
that
just
I am,
slowly comes back. You also have hunger, like again, survival game. And then you have a shield. I don't know if you picked up my extra shield, but
I did.
and that just recharges and is really the brunt of
It's
your
like
defense.
a Halo overshield kind of thing.
Yeah, it does not recharge fast, but
Gotcha.
but yeah, that's Lavander. Get back in there.
What
And
are,
then
what are the?
go
Does
ahead.
this thing have like free-to-play hooks in it? Like what's the deal there?
No, it's a game you either
okay.
buy or play on Game
Oh,
Pass.
okay. Okay, so it's only free for me because I got it from Game Pass. I see. Okay.
Hmm.
Um,
And then this guy I really like. It sounds so close to a Pokemon called Incineram. There's something called Incineroar,
yeah,
and it kind of looks
Incineroar,
like that
yeah.
a bit too. But it's the fucking devil. I love it.
a ponytail clipping through his own ass.
Yeah, and he's very strong. He is my best fighter. I feel like. Fucking
He
metal.
looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
You got the digitigrade legs on there. That's pretty sick.
Could also try to find a dungeon. I know the most recent Pokemon had dungeons, so I actually don't know how these compare. And then if we walk actually down this way, we'll run into one of the boss monsters that just kind of
Yeah,
walks
sure.
around the overworld.
Can work you.
And it definitely tells you what its
Okay.
level is. So this guy's level 34. I haven't even fucked with this guy yet.
What level am I? I'm level.
There's I actually really like the name of these owls. It's Hoocrates or Hoocrates.
Eucrates.
Hoocrates. It's the thing is it says I think it's supposed to be Hippocrates, but it could be Socrates or Socrates.
Socrates.
But like Hoocrates, I don't know which joke it's going for, but I think they're both kind of funny. Hoocrates.
This is a Japanese dev.
Yes. But I know they had to have done some kind of localizing because the names are all
Oh, for
pretty
sure.
good English jokes in some way or another. Some better than
Okay,
others.
Mamorest, cool.
So yeah, there's some really good plant dinosaurs. There's a bunch of dinosaurs in this game, and at first I got excited that instead of having dragon type, this game just had dinosaur type, which I thought would have been sick, but it's not.
Mhm.
They're just literally things that look like dinosaurs, but they are dragon type, like my Dino Block, my Dine Awesome. My favorite pal is one that I have not caught yet. That's called Relaxasaur, and it looks so fucking good. It's just got these tiny little black eyes. It kind of reminds me of like first generation Pokemon and how almost kind of like charmingly simplistic it looks.
Mhm.
But I've not found one in game yet. I like Daydream. I think that's a really good name. How it kind of looks like Damon, little ghost pal. I used a Daydream for a while in game.
Oh, I see that my food is going to rot eventually. That's fun.
Yes, you can buy a refrigerator which can be kept cold with a ice pal.
Now that is cute.
Yeah. It like gives you something new to think about the elements of the pals in terms of Pokemon just kind of being a thing that's about combat. This is Crimis, which I like just because there's this very funny skit going around on social media about the Pokemon lawyers. The Pokemon CEO talking to his lawyer, and he's like, "What is this? This is Eevee. This is obviously Eevee." And the guy's just paused. The lawyer pauses for a while and just goes, "That's Crimis." And I just now whenever I see Crimis, I'm just like, "That's Crimis.
Cremis is that's Eevee.
That's
that is,
Crimis."
that's Cremis. God, I can't believe the Pokemon Company ripped off Cremis's design.
I know.
I wonder if they're going to find any legal footing against this. Like, I think it is literally going to come down to like number of spikes on the head, like counting those, and like
I
did see that like one of the character models like straight up did have the same exact like unusual tail pattern as a thing, like whereas like okay, yeah, you could probably like make the case on that one, but on other ones like in general, like if you have like an electric dog that has like 7 tufts of hair on its head.
Yeah.
Pokemon, like just put 9 on it and you're good.
And the thing is like, so here's the thing. I don't think any lawsuit will come of it because, like Tina pointed out in a TikTok about this game that like they've known about it for over a year. Like they have not been shy about what this game is.
Yeah, they find out that like 30 people are making a mod that lets you do rollback netcode in Super Smash Bros. Melee, and they fucking send a SWAT team.
And somebody did make a mod very quickly that changed all of them to look. They were just Pokemon models. They stamped that down within a day, but they released this statement that people are like, oh, Pokemon Company says they're investigating this like a game that is similar looking and that they will fiercely protect and all of their Pokemon and that they love all their Pokemon and cherish them. To me, it kind of read as like, stop bugging us, we know about Palworld. Because I don't think you could sue them on this any more than Pokemon could have sued about Digimon. I think it's kind of almost like, for better or worse, the Pokemon Company made superheroes the idea. And like you can't necessarily trademark superheroes, but you can trademark Spider-Man. So like they get, yes, and I have heard that some things get close to or literally vector to vector, or as Pat was saying, like distinct things on them look so simple. I don't know. And yeah, sorry, people pointing out the Digimon came, like Pokemon wasn't even the first game out there to do the sort of like pocket creatures. But then yes, I think the other thing they have as an argument that a lot of these games wouldn't have is it is explicitly parody to the point where like I think they could go pretty far with that argument. Sometimes parody is literally using Pikachu in an episode of like South Park, and Pokemon doesn't sue them over that because they know it's parody, and it would probably bring more attention to it anyway, even if they got sued and like, okay, I guess we have to change the like tail model, but they would also get a ton of publicity in the meantime. Like, I don't know. I just think it's not worth it for Pokemon to bother. They are confident enough in their property.
As chat points out, there is the intricacy of different court systems, right? Like whether that would be settled in a U.S. court or a Japanese court, since this is a Japanese dev.
Totally fair. I have no idea how it might work over there.
One of the things that sorry, I'm just poking a lamb ball here. I was watching I'm a really big fan of the Matt McMuscles YouTube series What Hoppin', where cause he does really good research.
Yeah, I'm super curious
about the
I need to think
Nintendo working with Rare on Conker's Bad Fur Day,
about.
and how like one of their only notes for the game, which had like a lot of raunchy stuff in it, was to remove a reference to Pikachu.
Ah,
They did. I mean, they did not want Pikachu in there.
understandable. Where? Oh, you're over there. I can see on the map. Okay. Ooh, an egg. I should go to a new area, but I don't want to take you to somewhere that could destroy you. Interesting. Parity is not a defense in Japanese courts. Oh, I mean, yes, fair use does not exist in Japan. That is totally fair.
No, it's totally not fair.
I mean, sorry. I don't think that is necessarily a fair way to win that,
Right.
but it's a good thing to point out that I'm thinking of it from the American fair use perspective. Where are you, Pat? You just running
I'm sorry.
around?
I'm just throwing
catching
things
guys?
to chickens and shit. I'll come over towards you.
No worries. I just oh yeah. So this is Vulpix. I actually do like this name, Fox Parks. FOXPAPARKS.
It's a bit of a thinker.
One of those ones where you like think about it and then you say it out loud and it's like, oh, Fox Sparks. Like But yeah, I mean, I think when you start to think about Pokemon almost like they're superhero in the sense that like there's so like people out there have fun. Fakemon is like a thing of like people making up their own and it's interesting to think about. A lot of people do that as like, what's a new kind of Pokemon that hasn't been made in the games? What's it like? I know there's been a magic tree, but like, what about a walking tree Pokemon? Like a new thing. This game is, I think, again, it's trying to do parody in the sense that it is sort of riffing on actual Pokemon. So it's not trying to make like, even like, here's Electric Vulpix, although I think it does have that somewhere. But like, no, here's a Firefox that we're making a little different. Which I think is what it's kind of going for. I mean, it has a little icy penguin. That's straight up.
Yeah.
There's a icy penguin Pokemon.
Peter Shoes asks, do you like it? Do we like it?
I mean, it's definitely. I've enjoyed it like I enjoy a lot of survival games. I've been watching like Star Trek while playing it. It's chill. There's been moments when I'm just running my farm that it kind of reminded me of Viva Pinata, which I didn't expect. And there's not a lot of things out there that feel like Viva Pinata. It doesn't feel enough like it because it's definitely
where's the Viva Pinata likes?
Exactly. But just something about like sort of peacefully running a farm with my little monster pals, feeding them and building little beds for them and stuff. Like it can be surprisingly charming. Again, despite its the fact that right now I am shooting boar Pokemon and trying to either get them for their meat and leather or just straight up catch them. But it's goofy. It's very goofy about how it goes about that.
Yeah, and I just started at the beginning of this stream here, and I have a feeling I probably won't be back. But because I think generally I'm much newer to survival games than you.
You've been talking about your taste leaning more in the more intricate it can get, the more interesting it is to you.
Yeah, I think I like a
go.
narrow slice of mechanics, and each of the mechanics is very important rather than a big broad net of mechanics.
Yeah, I understand
and
that.
I think on top of that, I just don't really care about Pokemon.
Yeah, I like so somebody who has not played, besides like Arceus, has not played one that I found interesting in a very long time. This has been a fun riff on the idea, but again, with riffs of other games I like I enjoy a good survival game. I enjoyed Elden Ring and the like kind of farming aspects of Stardew Valley or something. If you're able to come to where I am on the map, actually, I've found a dungeon that we can do.
All right, I'll come.
And I think I should be able to protect you enough with my guys. But yeah, it's a survival crafting game. Like here's a big pile of metal that I can hit with my with my metal pickaxe, which is again why it's a good game to just put on a TV show. And then when I'm doing this, I'm just watching the TV show.
I'm trying to think of like what the most successful crafting game I've gotten into, like, or the game I've gotten into for the longest was probably, I guess,
Subnautica?
Subnautica.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Subnautica is so good. I think the thing that I love so much about Subnautica is that it is as much of an exploration game as it is a survival game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's such a wonderful world to discover. All right, I'm heading towards you. Hey, there's the ruined church from.
Oh, they just look straight from Zelda.
Yeah.
and a little Elden Ring too. And there's more than one of those around the map. And they contain a statue where you can level yourself up by giving it an offering.
Very cool. Okay.
You never heard that again. That before. God, what else? Where's my little guy? That's my little jolt hog. I love him.
Very good baby bread.
How did you pet? You pet your guy?
Yeah.
What
I think
was that in?
for me it was like I hit number 4 on the keyboard and it brought up a radial.
Oh, this one. Yeah. Okay. Pet. Yes. It's good. It's a good pet. I didn't know about this. This is adorable. I'm like an ugly green bean giant, man. But I have a little electric hedgehog. What happens when I try to pet the, Oh no. Okay, we'll do this one first.
Oh, Trilo. I've been playing a bit of Subnautica Below Zero off stream again. That looks great.
That's a good
I'm
pet
weighed down from
animation.
playing too many items. Let me drop some items here.
No, I treat my pals right. They're my pals. Now, I'm afraid what happened if I pet this this pal, it's not going to be okay on Twitch, but okay, I just pet the head. That's good. It did like prance away very funnily. That was good. Let's see. Oh, I keep
Alright,
hitting
sorry,
the
I
wrong
was
thing.
getting close to you.
No, that's okay. I'm just
connected
petting
to
all
you.
my pals. Incineram, get over here. Good boy. Yes, you're such a good devil.
Alright, are you like up on the top of a hill?
No.
Alright,
Oh, do you have to? Am I across? I'm a bridge. There's a bridge you gotta find.
a bridge. Alright.
I'll
am
just. You're
I the
green.
yellow blip or the red blip?
I'm the yellow blip, I think.
You're the
maybe,
yellow.
Maybe
Okay,
you're
okay,
the
yes,
yellow
yes,
when
yes.
it's you. I don't know.
Right, yes. I think I'm the... I was confused.
Okay, I'm just marking this so I know to come back to it anyway. But Capricorn, get over here. I mean, there is just something about running up to a Pokemon with a bat that, again, it's not subtle comedy or anything. But as people have pointed out, like, what is it? Hello Tree Friends or Happy Tree Friends? Like, little violence and little cute creatures is not like a new thing either.
I mean, this Tweety Bird.
Yeah, that was trading.
I'm seeing your guy just freak out right now. I don't even see what you're doing.
He's fighting. He's getting into a fight.
Oh, yeah. On my screen, your character model's like stuck on him.
Take this, Krimus. I need your wool. Sorry, there's a lot of good items. Ooh, a Sparkit. Do I have a Sparkit? I don't know if I have a Sparkit. Hold on. Get in your ball. I don't want you to accidentally kill something. That is a thing that... No, get in the ball. Get in it. Definitely a thing is that you have to be careful about your Pokemon or your pal just fighting. If you're oh, damn it. One too many hits. Okay. They'll just keep fighting, and you don't really have commands to like tell them to stop or use a specific attack unless it's one of the ones you have a saddle and you ride it and then you are controlling it directly. But yeah, if you're trying to catch one, you don't want to accidentally kill it and then you don't get to catch it. So too weak.
Oh, I just got absolutely wrecked by a big pig.
Oh no! Can I hit you up?
That was cool. Yeah, you can. You can.
I
I'm
gotta.
doing the Gears of War crawl towards you.
I'm coming.
Yeah, I think we're kind of fully desynced right now. I'm just seeing your guy freak out in the air.
It says I'm reviving you.
Yep. Let's see.
Is that happening?
All right, I'm back. Thank you.
All right. Oh, you just built a little bug. Yeah, we'll head in the dungeon now. So one of the things in the game are these caves you'll find around.
Yeah,
Sometimes
so
also
I'm gonna make a couple spheres and then I'm gonna come join you in the cave.
also a couple like portal things that again look exactly like those portals where like those prison portals in Elden Ring. That just puts you in like a boss fight in an arena. And you want to defeat those because it gets you. Oh no, I'm lagging now. These boss fights get you special materials that you need for late game upgrades. Like my economy now is based on how many of these ancient tool parts I can get, which I can only get from bosses.
Somebody who's good at the economy.
Yeah.
Adam JP says, "Was I too late to the stream to hear Death Stranding 2?"
Oh, I'm sorry. We may have to take that till next week because I was not aware there was a new 10-minute trailer. But I will say this: I fucking love that it's called On the Beach.
So what is that? What is that?
The subtitle. It's Death Stranding 2 On the Beach. This is the best name it could have been possible. Good. I love it.
It's the beach episode.
So yeah, here's a cave. They have.
Oh, yeah,
I have learned
cave.
Pretty similar structure. There's a particular like hallway that you find that you know kind of leads you to where the boss is, but they're also not. It's not too hard. Not too. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. I get lost in them sometimes. They're not laid out very well, and they could be better in that sense. Fuddler, stop it. So yeah, well I guess we'll just go left to start. Kind of eliminate. I think this pal is too big to fit through some of these doors, so I'm gonna take out my Incineram. TM.
Jeef, I think Hideo is an interesting edge case where I don't think it's anything in particular about him that, or the particular things he's into, or his particular style. I think it is just that he's a weird guy who's been allowed to spend a lot of to get away with making expensive games that remain weird without like a ton of like oversight and focus testing and homogenization. So I think really what Kojima is something we'd have a whole lot more of if games were made sort of by committee, or yeah, I mean all games are made by committee, but if games were less safe.
Less safe, yeah, and
if more expensive games were less safe.
I feel like he also is someone who his games don't reference other games as much as they reference like movies and political history or something. And it's not to much greater degree than like most movies and books do. I think it's
it's more than most other games.
Most other games, so it's pretty notable.
Yeah.
All right, so that wasn't it. We'll go forward. Alright, so this is another fork in the road. I'm gonna go left. What up, Syndicate Thug?
I'm just kind of running around behind you here because these guys will whoop me.
Commanding. Okay, pals do get stuck a lot, and you gotta resummon them. That's definitely a thing. Hell yeah, Incineram.
Yeah, Dorkhead, I think that's a good description. Indie game developer with a blank check. I really do wonder, like, how he earned the permission to get as weird as he's gotten over the years. Like, that's not just something that's handed to you, right? That's
I mean, don't his games still sell pretty well?
They do, but like a lot of games that sell really well end up sort of getting more and more optimized to sell more and more and more and more. And,
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, somehow he's able to keep Death Stranding as weird as it is.
Yeah.
Well, this was a dead end. So.
MGS5 was obviously a case where there was a lot of interference from Konami's side that ended up making the game not what he wanted it to be, but it was still fucking weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh wait, was this? No, that's not the freaking. Damn, these guys respawn already. Don't make me put you in a ball.
You've been ball. So what are we doing in here? You're just like killing guys in here?
Well, I'm looking for the boss, and it is a bit of a like trial and error check each hallway until
I see.
we find the one. Yeah, I mean, it's fair also that he is like, you know, whether or not they're comparable, like Akin Levine, who can just like his name does get him more funding at this point.
Right.
Oh, here we go. Okay. So the boss is just always like a giant version of something, and he's got some little helpers, but this is a pretty low level one, so.
This is also a fucking Elden Ring boss fight arena. I didn't understand what you meant when you said Elden Ring earlier, but yeah, this is a chauffeur ripper.
Well, so this isn't even the most Elden Ring-ass thing. There's literally like a one that is just a circular portal that takes you down to like an arena, and it feels exactly like those ones where like the orb snakes would protect in Elden Ring. Ooh, a ring of grass resistance. Oh no, my inventory's full. I'm gonna drop some stuff for you because I don't need it. Alright, well done.
Is that it? You beat the boss?
Yep, and I got an ancient civilization part. Woo!
Ooh, we love,
oh wait,
love
actually,
civilizations and their parts.
Yeah. Just double checking because my inventory was full. Oh, precious pelt is worth getting actually. That's a rarer craft material. Precious pelt. Yeah, and then there's some high level chests at the end of the dungeon.
Oh, high level chest. What is this? Arnold Schwarzenegger in 1976? I think that's maybe the year that he won Mr. Olympia. Anyways, leave dungeon.
Oh, here we go. High grade technical manual. Yeah, and then we can just leave the dungeon and warp out. Don't have to go through the whole thing. I didn't know how dungeons worked, and I got lost in one, and then didn't know there was an exit like that. So they were very annoying to me. But yeah, then I figured it out. Okay, I'm gonna try to catch one of these things because I don't have one yet, but they're too weak.
You killed it. You killed it.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, that's funny. The LG says, does that make Norman Reedus the Kojima equivalent of Ron Perlman? And actually, I think GDT had Norman Reedus first. He played the assistant to Whistler in Blade 2, who ends up being a vampire thrall who was spying on them. So really Kojima's just cleaning up GDT's leftovers there.
Here, let's go to a boss character actually who walks around over here.
Yeah, like a rate, or what they call them,
Kind of like a
overworld boss.
overworld boss. I don't know. It's like, I mean, again, Elden Ring just had these, the like powerful, unique guy who's walking around in the main overworld. Because they'll also respawn.
Yeah. After you kill that guy, can you show me Into the Storm? I'm very curious about that game.
Do you want to see this? Sure, I will show that to people. I have a video up about it. It just went live today, but it was actually like a game I played so much of in December, and really it was the only game I was playing until this came out. I tried to dabble in a couple other things, but it just took over my gaming. And it is a city builder. Oh, we're kind of going the wrong way.
Okay.
I thought... Hold on, I'm going to take a torch out because I thought this fire POW would give me light. But he doesn't. But my... when I had the Firefox guy, Fox Sparks, and he created light just by having him walking around, which is cool. I was like, oh, I don't need a torch with this guy. But this guy's much more powerful, so he's my fire guy now.
How'd you get up there? Oh, you can just climb.
Oh yeah, sorry. It is again
good.
Breath of the Wild like. You just climb. Yeah, there's a glider. It's just like, you know. Which, to be fair,
you have to make the glider.
Yes, you have to make a glider. But to be fair, that's also what Pokemon Arceus was. So
right.
By copying that, it has the genetics.
It was fun in Pokemon Arceus, like getting to ride on the different Pokemon. I think that was the most I've played a Pokemon game since Red, since Pokemon Red, just because.
Oh, this guy changed.
I never got into one of the later ones.
What is this? King Paka. Okay, this is cool. So yeah, there's an alpaca called the Melpaca. And then this guy might be a little high level, but let's try get his little allies first. Command and conquer.
Ooh.
Okay, there we go. He's angry. Oh shit, I didn't bring any good orbs. I'm probably not gonna be able to catch it, but that's okay. Oof!
Got his shitty orbs. I'm over here doing 1 damage to his ass.
Yeah, I wouldn't get too close to him. I mean, I guess you don't have
Okay.
a bow and arrow, but ooh, he hop. I love his body. He looks so much better than the regular P.A.K.A. So a thing that was confusing me in this game is it seemed like there were guys, like clearly this looks like the evolution of Mel P.A.K.A., but I don't think they evolve in this game. I'm pretty sure they are always distinct things. There is an item that I have not built yet because it requires a lot of ancient parts that says like fuse lower level pals into higher level pals.
Oh. Interesting.
But
is that just like a thing for dealing with duplicates?
Exactly. I was like, oh yeah, okay, here's the way to deal with duplicates. Because the game encourages you to catch the same ones over and over again. The first time you catch something, you get a lot of XP. The first 10 times after that, you still get a pretty hefty bonus, and then after that, it's pretty insignificant. But like, you just get XP for picking stuff up. So you get XP for a lot of things. But sort of catching is meant to be like the main way you're supposed to... oh no, my incinerator.
That's cool. I've been playing a lot of I've been playing a shocking amount of Like a Dragon 8.
Oh
and
yeah.
the Pokemon in that game is really good.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
Lavander, what are you doing with that corpse? Okay, I'm gonna pick up this good material. Nice. What level am I? I'm 22. Okay, so that actually wouldn't have been that hard to me. You can beat things in this game that are like a couple levels higher than you generally.
Right.
But I would have loved to catch that. I'll bet I could put a saddle on that baby. I want to ride that.
That'd be fun to ride
that large boy around.
Ride a big round thing like that. That'd be great.
I got a saddle for the boars, so I could ride the boars if I wanted.
The walking animation on this sexy lizard woman is so funny.
It's, again, if you take it as spoof, I think it's a hilarious way to like spoof Pokemon's sexy Pokemon thing, because it's kind of a combination of Lot Bunny and the sexy lizard.
Yeah, it's just completely just the sexy
And it's
lizard
literally
and
it's so the reason I
spotlighting.
have it is because every once in a while your base gets raided, and it can be those syndicate guys. It can actually be these Palworld rights activists, or it can be Lavanders just attack your base and it says fangirls attack. Um, Tongue in cheek, how funny it is. Your mileage may vary, but like I think this game is clearly trying something. Oh, here's one that I found out was named by a
Oh,
community
Depresso.
event. It's Depresso.
I like the looks of Depresso.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave Depresso alone. He's got enough going on.
Yeah, they're having a rough time already.
The Pal God in this runs like Naruto. That's great. All right. Ooh, there's a glowing thing. Oh, that's one of the things that's part of the game's there's like some lore story or something.
Right.
I have
This
no
is like
idea.
the logs. Yeah.
I think people have like I've met some people who've like crashed on this island, but I literally have no idea what's going on. But yeah, there's these castaway journals that I've been picking up, and ooh, and there's a. You can see the green in the distance. It's almost again, if you're just thinking about games I like, it almost triggers a like Crackdown level response to like orb.
I was about to say fucking Crackdown.
I have to go get it. Like those things are good. They literally just make all your Pokeballs a little better at catching.
We should
So-
stream Crackdown sometime.
Honestly, yes, just OG original Crackdown.
Is it? I wonder if it's on Game Pass.
It's definitely
Or,
on
like,
Game
back-
Pass.
back
They-
to okay.
Crackdown 3 was like one of the original like it's exclusive or it's not exclusive. It's day and date launch on Game Pass. Which
That's right.
it
wasn't
wasn't
good.
it wasn't nearly as good as the other two. And the second one wasn't really as good as the first one. But
I don't think any game since Crackdown has done that fucking awesome thing in Crackdown where you get into a car and if you've like leveled up your driving skills, the car literally like transforms
yes,
around
to
you
become
become a
more
cooler
bad.
car.
Yeah, more. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You could literally just have like monster truck version or super fast version. Yeah, it's pretty sick. Oh, so Palworld's at Isekai. Okay, that doesn't surprise me. Again, if it's spoofing these kind of games, that would be the perfect way to do it. Except that I don't
yeah,
know
I forgot that
where
they
the
did
fuck
that
I
with the newest
came
Pokemon too.
where the fuck I came from. Like I'm a green man.
Street Fighter.
I came from Street Fighter. But yeah, let me go back to the base before we wrap up.
Yeah.
There are these pedestals around the world, and that is how you fast travel. So not just a straight up fast travel.
Yeah.
But like I mentioned, there's a numerous of your pals who you can give a saddle to, and I appreciate the pal items are just things you have in your like key item list. You never lose them if you die. You build them once and that's it. They're just always on you. The deers were the first thing I got a saddle for. They're actually, I think, run faster than this guy and are also able to do a double jump. So they're kind of a better steed than... Oh, no. This is not good. Welp.
In trouble.
I think there's a respawn. I need to respawn. Yeah. Oh, fuck. I need to give up. I hope my body, all my shit doesn't appear at the bottom of a river. Oh no, I think it did. LOL.
Oh. Well, there's a stopping point.
There's a stopping point. I'll have to figure that out when I come back.
You're gonna have to build a fishing hook.
Yeah. If you could save my equipment that you're wearing, because I might need it, that would be appreciated.
I'll run it back to the base and drop it in the chest there.
But I'm just gonna while you're there, I'm gonna like grab some of my other pals and show them off that I don't have either in my base or. Oh yeah, so here's fucking just straight up Bellawesome. Woolly Pop is funny for a reason I'll show. This bird that's just called Nightwing is
somehow not copywritten by
it uses a
trademarked
T
by DC.
instead of
Oh, cool.
So yeah, in theory, when you near dry land, your your bag always appears where you like were a little bit before that. But that looked like my bag appeared on the bottom of the river, so I don't know what's gonna happen. Um, let's see, what do we got? Here's a giant one I caught last night. Broncherry, big
Good name.
brontosaurus plant monster. Love him. It's very good. So this is Nightwing, which is cool because I can ride it, and like you know,
Whoa.
I can just fly. Like I can fly
Fucking
straight
flying
up.
mount, level
And,
0. Wow.
and there are other flying mounts, so like you can get cooler ones. And I know there's some like late game god Pokemon that also look like ripoffs of very specific Pokemon. But yeah, so that's cool. Get on the ground so I can dismount. I want to dismount from you. Oh, you can also access a lot of stuff while you're on a mount, which I think is cool. A lot of games don't let you do that. And who else I got? Serpent. So this is like another water guy who is like a sea serpent. Will just walk around on the surface, which is interesting to me. I like him. So again, these also, like Pokemon, have descriptions like Pokemon do, and again, I think that's an area where this game tries to do more of its satire, because this one says like, unfortunately, its body is often used as a surfboard by some surfers. And if you read Pokemon descriptions, they often, especially early ones, would talk about how like, oh yeah, people love to eat this Pokemon, and it's like, wait, what? Or this Pokemon is used in like art and flower displays or something. And the funniest one of those to me is this guy called Woolly Pop, and he's like a poodle, but it looks like he's made out of candy. And if you read the description, it's like every piece of Woolly Pop is 18,000 times sweeter than sugar. Predators that prey on it will literally pass out when they take a bite. And it's like, to me, that felt like a joke on how Pokemon will be like, this lava monster is 7,000 times hotter than the surface of the sun. And it's just like, what? What does that mean? That it is 18 times 1,000 sweeter than, like, it's like a nonsense number, because that's a thing you see in a lot of Pokemon descriptions. I thought it was funny, but
All right, I am putting items back in your various chests. Actually, your chests
thank
are all
you.
full.
Oh, let me build the, oh well, fuck, I can just grab some wood and build one real quick. Build storage.
I can put some in here for
You can put it over here. Let me just make another one right here. I need another one if my shit's filling up anyway. Oh yeah, and here's a freaking Bristilla is just Bellawesome, basically. Although, something I thought was cool is that Bristilla's description talks about how its best friend is this, like, fucking butterfly Pokemon, Pal.
Mhm.
And it talks about how, in its description, that's its best friend. You do actually see them nearby each other, and if you attack one, the other will attack you. Like, they defend each other, kind of. So, like, oh, a little symbiotic relationship. That's interesting. But yeah, so this is Palworld. You know, if I'm still into it and discover anything else interesting, maybe we'll hop back in. But I guess I'll say this: there's more to it than it seems, and if you are curious about it, I've found some fun from it, and maybe you will. But also, if it's not your thing, or the satire is not funny to you, yeah, this is what it is. And as I understand it, it gets darker as it goes on. Like, I haven't gotten to the point where you can make factories and put your guys to work on like an assembly line. But
Can I default dance? Are there emotes?
are there emotes?
Oh,
I can
okay.
beckon.
Wow, that's a
I can't see you dancing.
interesting emote. Well, I'm not dancing.
Oh. Whoa!
Oh, look at you go.
Holy crap! I can dance.
I want to see. I want to see this game that you made a video about.
Okay. I'm gonna quit.
Thank you for showing us Palworld.
This is Palworld. And I'm gonna pop up a quick screen. It says stay tuned, but we're here. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere. Quit that. God, I can't believe my stuff fell to the bottom of a lake.
Cool fate.
Yeah, cruel fate.
Trying to live gaming, and you're punished for it.
I still have my industry, all my pals. You never lose your pals. It's just my items that I'm gonna have to
Oh, okay, good.
recover or build again. Okay, so I am now loading up a game that I recently made a video on. I actually made it a couple weeks ago, but it just went up today. Um,
Yes.
and I'm just dropping this down to the right size and go into game capture and switching it to Against the Storm. And there we go. Whoops. Okay. Play. So, Against the Storm is a city builder. And
Can you reshare with me on
yes, let me Discord.
the open
Yeah.
platform? Dev, that's yes, that sounds. It's very appealing about it to me. Is the thing where it shakes you out of sticking to one city.
I mean, it doesn't shake you; it makes you. Like it's so. What's going on here is I'm trying to build a city, but I'm not gonna play this city for very long. So let me get back into this. I actually haven't played for a couple days because I was playing Palworld. Okay, I think I've got a pretty simple town here to start. So
I'm gonna
what's
update the
going
screen
on
real
is
quick.
I start with the ancient hearth and some guys in my village, and I need to build a couple things. I need to make food to keep them alive, and I need wood to keep this to make this fire keep burning. Because if I run out of that, the forest is dark and full of many terrors. So I got to keep the fire burning.
Mm-hmm.
Along the way, I am trying to accomplish goals, specifically these orders from my queen. I'll also, as I open up these little glens in the forest by cutting down trees, I will unlock these little quests, which can also get me more reputation. That's the specific sort of, I guess, I don't know what you call it. The not item, but material I need. But it's the reputation is shown down here with this blue bar. And as it goes up and I hit these little blue ticks, it's actually going to take the impatience my queen feels down. I don't want that equation. That's good because I don't want the impatience meter to fill up. If it does, I just lose this settlement and I have to just move on to my next one. It's not about starting it over, trying again. It just, sorry, move on to the next. And that's going to make that run harder overall. You can help it. You really don't want to lose. But it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
So I need to do a little focusing on what my needs are right now. Oh, I just completed it. So actually you're going to see this. I'm going to accept this quests that I've done, and it's going to pop this up one and this down one when I do that, which is good. So I'm unlocking more buildings, and that's the way this game kind of works like a roguelite, is that the buildings I have like a couple that I sort of always have at the start, and then the rest, all my kind of like manufacturing buildings and cooking buildings, are random in this sort of like, here's a couple like almost like cards in a hand is the like metaphor I use.
Yeah.
But and they'll tell me like, here's the things they do, and like this is everything's given like a rank 1 through 3 star about like how efficient it is at doing that certain task. And I can also see up there at the top, sort of right above the image of the building, that's telling me if it's a plus, I don't have that. So that's like I don't have flour or barrels. I do have provisions, but I only have a like technically a 0 star at making provisions. So this is better at making provisions. This is probably a pretty good one for me to get, especially because of some things I know I've memorized. But just to show you, the flour can be made from wheat, but can also be made from mushrooms. And I know
Mushroom flour.
I have quite a bit of mushrooms right now, so I'll be able to use that.
Now, I'm
Provisions are also
imagining what mushroom
useful.
flour would feel like in the mouth, and it is no bueno.
Yeah. Pick.
Does the game make a difference? Notice a difference? Is it like this
No.
bread is not going to be as good? Okay, so it is.
It's just the equivalent.
Okay.
Just makes flour, and flour is whatever is a particular material. Okay, and then like yeah, people work at little carts. I love that they are literally your collection buildings are carts, so they can be moved around for free. You're never going to pay a fee. Some buildings, like once these things are constructed, can be moved, but they cost a little resources to do. And then some things just can't be moved.
Yeah.
But those aren't as common. Most of your heavy-duty manufacturing buildings cannot be moved. Um, you build little roads because people walk faster on them. You assign people jobs based, if you can help it, based on their skills. Beavers, for instance, are very good at cutting wood. So if I can, I want to assign them to my woodcutter camps. And I have them. I should change where this guy is because he's about to pop open a dangerous glade, and I don't want to do that yet. So I can mark what trees I want them to chop first, which can be useful for... Actually, I might put this here. Certain of my buildings need to be... let's see. Certain of my buildings need to be built like near my hearth, like the warmth of my heart, particularly my houses for my guys. And so I need to clear the wood that's like near my hearth. So that's like another thing your woodcutter's got to focus on, is both clearing room for your literal city, but also kind of exploring deeper and unlocking these glens, which I just did here. So it's kind of like Fog of War. You can't see what's in them. Once they pop open, there's, potentially quests, resources. All this one had, well, I guess it had these stone deposits, which are useful, but this rainpunk drill, which I have a choice to disassemble for at a cost of some resources and get some special resources, or I can spend kind of more valuable resources to reveal some coal veins, which might be useful, but I'm just going to decide on that later.
Speaking of glens, let's play a little game.
Mm-hmm.
Me, you in the chat. We're gonna play Glen Purdy. I'm gonna give you some details on a famous glen, and you're gonna tell me what their name is.
That kind of glen, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Let's get started right now with...
I need to sacrifice
this glen. This Glen is an English Grammy Award-winning guitar player and songwriter, often noted for his complex playing style and classically influenced solos. He's best known as one of the lead guitarists of heavy metal band Judas Priest.
I don't know. So I wasn't watching. Two of my guys actually left because...
Were they mad about the Glen thing?
They were so unhappy. So there's a cycle of rain in this game, and I just got out of the storm, which is what they were really unhappy about. And now I'm in what's called the drizzle, and then it goes to clearance, and then to storm. Kind of spring, summer, stormy season. And certain things happen in those cycles. Like if I had farms going, they like grow and harvest in different seasons. But people are a lot less happy during the storming season. I can counteract that in various ways, mostly by like meeting their needs. But in a pinch, I can burn more wood in the hearth to warm everybody up more and protect against the darkness a bit more, which I should have been doing, but I didn't in time, and two of my people just left because they were too bummed out. But luckily, about every like 6 to 8 minutes, newcomers arrive from the central city, so you don't have to worry about like your people breeding like some games city builders do. They just come on a regular basis.
Everybody's too sad.
Yeah. Okay. So, and you get this choice. Always choices in this game. What resources they bring along with them, and which particular dudes. So I, in this early game, just want more beavers. Even though I just lost a farmer and a harpy, like maybe a fox and a harpy, I should be wanting more of them. But like, beavers are just so useful early game. So I'm gonna immediately sign him to one of my wood guys. Ooh, this is probably a good box to break open. So I'm going to assign a fox to that because one of their specializations is actually doing quests. So they're better at it. And it's kind of neat that it'll actually tell you like in what way does it boost them. So they actually reduce the time it takes to do a quest by a little bit, and the more of them you have on there, the more it reduces. That can be super useful when I get to some dangerous quests, because those have like those have punishments if I don't do them in time. Okay, I'm gonna go here. Also, at a regular basis, you get cornerstones, and these are kind of like a roguelike's, boons, I guess, for lack of a better term, like things you get for that run only that give you little boost and might change your tactics a little bit, like kind of what things you specialize in. And I'm actually playing, because of a thing in the metagame, I'm actually playing a little more tricky this time, where normally I would get 3 choices, but right now I'm only getting 2 because that's what makes this settlement a little harder. Okay.
So one of the big things about this game is that
this is a very good one.
Like,
oh, yes.
Like all the stuff that you're building is going to go away, right?
Well, this town is just going to be... I'm just going to move on to a whole new town. Like,
okay.
different resources, different dudes.
How long do you usually work on each little town like this?
It takes about an hour to 2 hours.
Oh, okay. Just in a little scene like this?
What do you mean? Sorry. Oh, this is how long this... No, I'm saying, like, you are done with the city in about 1 to 2 hours.
Gotcha, okay.
Sort of depends maybe how much, like, micromanaging by pausing, because that's obviously going to, like, lengthen how long you're doing it. And harder levels, some of them I actually have, like, end of sort of season, big, dramatic, difficult boss quests, you could say. Those have been almost, like, 2.5 hours. Those are definitely longer. Bigger investments, especially as the game I've gotten deeper into it. But for the most part, yeah, it's like about between an hour and 2 hours. Even closer to an hour, honestly. Okay, new orders from the queen. Sacrifice. Ooh, this is a pretty easy one, but I should also start investing in trade routes. Don't care about a supplier though. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna take this one. That was a bit of a risk on my part because I don't know. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if I can manufacture those things. Oh, I do know I can get coal if I do this. Okay, so this will reveal coal, and then I can harvest coal. And if I want oil, I'm going to have to either buy it from the market, from the trading post, or manufacture it eventually. And that's where, again, this sort of like randomly assigning buildings each time. I just took this quest on the basis that I could sacrifice oil in my fire. But I don't actually know at this point how I'm going to make oil. Like, I just said a couple ways I might be able to get it, but I don't know for certain when or if I'll be able to do those things. So that's why there's a bit of almost this like risk-reward gamble in this game. I have 2 buildings right now, but I'm kind of hanging on to them because I want to know if I actually find any fertile land I could use this farm on. And that I won't usually find until I crack open some of these dangerous glades. But I'm about to do that. I just want to, frankly, I want to build a bit more housing.
Build some houses.
That'll make my citizens happier. Oh, somebody say Druid's Hut? Do I have the choice for a Druid's Hut? No, I don't. Okay. Yeah, there's a couple things out there that'll make it'll make oil, but right now I don't have them. So there's also this building that I'm going to invest in now because one of my quests is related to it, and it's a rain catcher, and it will literally catch different rain depending on the 3 different seasons, and then buildings can use that rain to make them more efficient or produce more stuff. So again, like all these little systems keep like building into the next in ways that are just very satisfying, and it seems like a lot, but it just becomes very second nature. Like I've memorized a lot of the craft sort of pathways to where like if I see these I'm just like like I just know I don't really want to ranch because I don't have lizards, and lizards are good at using meat and also like meat. They're like more often satisfied by it. But these creatures, it's not as big a deal. I mean, I should look at their needs actually. And you want to look at like, well, what are things that more than one of my citizens like? Biscuits. Okay, if I made biscuits, that would satisfy two of my types of citizens. So I'm probably going to try to get
Satisfy
biscuits.
me.
Two of them also like education, so I might try to do that. Service if I can. Services are always like the late game thing that are sort of the hardest to get and take a pretty long supply chain. But then, like, housing is a pretty basic need and makes people happy. And then there's special houses, like there are beaver houses and fox houses, and those take more resources, but those are also worth it for how they make your guys a little happier. I should definitely try to build this. Do I not have a? Oh my god, I didn't build. Oh my god, that's why I'm kind of behind. Let's put you here so you're closer. I hadn't built a crude workstation yet. Oh my god. So the you always start. It's always in your like opening hand. This crude workstation, which inefficiently can make kind of the basic materials. But it's why I think buildings like this weaver, which is very good at making fabric. There's also like a woodcutter, very good at making these wood. Like those are ones I always pick in the early game if they come up in like one of these. But this is a tricky choice because this fortress camp could also be a good choice if I open up a dangerous glade and find. So this is a small resource node, but in dangerous glades you can find large nodes, but those can only be harvested by like upgraded harvesting carts. So again, there's this like risk reward. I don't know if I want to take this, even though it could be good, because I don't know if I'm going to find any of those giant nodes yet.
And how long will it be until like you have the opportunity to like make those kinds of choices again? Like
So
sorry,
yeah,
like,
I'm going to start playing on fast because I need to like. I feel like I'm trying to while streaming. I'm realizing I do have to focus on some stuff in this game. Okay, I've almost got a good amount of housing. The second though, I need to like make this my priority now. And then I can also look into doing some of these. Oh, that's annoying. So a geyser pump. Literally, I can open some of these glades and find a vein, a well of some of these rainwaters and harvest it that way.
Handy.
And I will I'll earn a quest reward if I can do that twice. But I haven't found any yet, so.
How much of the enjoyment in these games for you feel like is like sound design and effects and stuff? Like, I know that when I was playing a lot of Total War. I mean, it's a fucking awesome game, but like all of the menu sounds and the clicks and the clinks and the confirmations, it feels so good.
I mean, this game definitely has its vibe too. With the like, there's rain in every season. Like, it's just 3 different rainy seasons. But it's cozy in some ways. It's not the main draw because I don't know. Similar to Palworld, this is a game that I might put a TV show on and do kind of passively. I think it's definitely more engaging on a minute-to-minute level than something like Palworld, but it still works in my brain in a like, I'm just kind of managing things and keeping a bunch of plates spinning. And this is definitely more punishing than a lot of city builders in the sense that there's no save and save scumming. If I'm playing this and don't remember to pause and like get up to go to get a snack or go to the bathroom or just forget about the game, I've come back to it and been like, oh shit, I didn't pause, and it was just going for half an hour, and I lost that game because it was very hard to come back from just like not attending to it for that long. So it does like demand you be pretty like watching it or liberal use of pausing.
Sure.
But you can speed up the game, and I tend to play with that. And so, okay, as this game is going, I am also the hostility level of the forest is slowly increasing. It mostly that's contributed by me opening glades, but it also just goes up slowly depending on how many people are in my village and also specifically how many woodcutters I have.
Yeah.
But then I have things to counteract that. So that's another kind of like plate you're spinning throughout the game. Is you as the forest gets scarier, you have to like sort out the needs of your citizens more and more. Okay, more people can join. Yeah, that's. I just need people. I keep losing people. Fuck. Oh, it wouldn't have mattered. I haven't upgraded my hearth yet anyway. Actually, let's do this one since I have to sacrifice for a quest. Okay, oh, my first trader has arrived. Okay, so yeah, traders, they have specific things they trade and will buy from you. So not every trader will buy everything, which is an interesting thing. You like might specialize in something and hope you can sell a bunch of it, and then the trader comes, is like, I don't buy that. They also sell what are basically cornerstones that you can just, buy, and a lot of them have to do with like production, like giving boost to specific things, and they can be a pretty big boon. Like making 2 additional coats every time you make a coat can be pretty helpful. Haulers can carry 5 more goods. Fuel consumption. This is a good one, actually. I'm probably going to get this. Fuel consumption is lowered by 25%. But yeah, I could also just buy some, and I might actually, so I can get a jump start on building some nice buildings. I'm just going to sell some stuff and buy some wood, a couple bricks, and a little bit of cloth. Actually, let's get 8 cloth and 8 boards. Oh no, I can just keep buying. But this person maybe would sell oil, and then instead of me having to ever make my own oil, I could just buy it from someone like this one time, do the quest, and then not worry about it again. So that's kind of why that's sort of how the economy balances itself, and that's how you have to be adaptable. Like you can't. There's not necessarily or usually one way to accomplish a quest. There's multiple ways to go about it. Oh my god, I did not put anybody here. I'm going to set some limits because I don't want these guys to just make shit forever. I'm going to tell them that they can use different materials to make these things. Ooh, I might tell you what wood to chop before things get out of hand. Okay, so what just happened? Oh, okay, yeah, I just bought material, so I'm gonna make some nice houses. What are the populations of my dudes? 6, 3. General houses can hold 3 people. Small houses can only hold 2, but they make your guys happier. So again, that's like a thing you have to manage. You need more space in your city if you want to give everybody a nice house.
I think I'd want to live with more than one person.
Yeah, and then let's see. Harpy? I think I could build a harpy house. Yeah, let's make some harpy houses. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this a bit differently. Okay. And then I'm going to install somebody. And so, yeah, harpies are good at, this is one of their specializations, tailoring. So it actually gains extra resolve for working there, which again can be helpful for keeping them happy, as it's literally a job they like. I'm also going to tell this place, don't make fabric, because so to give you a sense of like efficiency, every 50 seconds, this takes 6 resources to make 2 cloth. On the other end of the spectrum, this uses 2 resources to make 2 pieces of cloth every 25 seconds. So it's just way, way, way better. There's like almost no reason I'd want to waste resources on this one. So now I think I can start speeding up again. And once I get some of these houses, you'll start to see their resolve will increase because they will start getting special housing.
Popcorn brings up Frostpunk. That's another game that you referenced when we were talking about this one, I think, right?
So
That's
yeah,
like this, but like more brutal.
it's, as I understand it, more brutal, and I think a bit more like, I don't think it's meant to be quite as short and you just do a bunch of them almost. I'll say I'm speaking a little bit on just kind of what I've looked into it. I have not played it, but it's definitely very punishing as I understand it. And there's lots of ways to fail. It's just not quite the same. I mean, technically, there's only one way to lose a game of this.
Plus, Greg, ActRaiser was sick. Did you ever play ActRaiser?
I don't think
Clayton?
so.
It's an oddity. You might enjoy it. It was, I think, it was on SNES, and it was a city builder action game where you played like a god, and it was multiple parts. Like there's a part where you was like a top-down game, and you'd fly around the map, and I think you'd like fight things, and then there was a part where you would like you'd be worshipped by your people, and you'd like build temples and stuff for them.
Yeah, does that sound neat?
Yeah, definitely due for a
Oh.
some sort of spiritual tribute.
So there's decorating in the game, like a city builder often has. But what I like is there's a very good reason to. Your central hearth can be upgraded. It just needs a certain amount of decorations within its view, I guess. So another guy left. I'm not doing a good job with the foxes. Everybody has housing though, so that's a nice thing. So yeah, decorations. So because decorations are needed to like upgrade these things, I end up decorating every city, and it's kind of a fun thing where sort of, again, depending on the layout, who's in my city, what buildings I have, I get to try and design a city, and it's like a different fun challenge to like, how will I decorate this one? Will this one use a lot of like sort of industrial piping, or will this one have a lot of religious, like these lizard posts? One of the species in this game are lizards. They're very religious. We'll have like the fountain. So there's just like, that's like a fun little thing that, again, I think gets something about city builders, which is just like, I may not be investing in the same city every time, but it's fun that I get the chance to sort of like try a different way of doing it every time instead of being locked into like my one city.
Cool. It's cool.
I think we're ready to pop open a dangerous glade, so everyone's happy enough. Or are you way over there? You should be closer to your mushrooms. And then once this opens up, maybe I'll see if... Okay, what do we got? What do we got? Oh yeah, okay, I want to farm. And do I want another one? Don't know yet if I'll pick one of those. Okay, so farms, you have to find this fertile ground, turn it into farm fields, and then you build your farm within like range. Looks like that's the spot. And then I will build a path to my farm. Oh no, is that big? Oh, I have that. Oh, that's good. That's so good. Especially because my trapper is out. So yeah, this is a large node of meat. Like, these are small nodes, and they can just produce meat, and every once in a while, leather. But like, large nodes are
I love
are
a
better.
meat node.
The large meat node always gives you leather, and then you may also get a bonus leather or even eggs. So large nodes are worth it, and that's
me bonus eggs.
that's why you might choose an improved camp. I got more mushrooms. Okay, so this is something I gotta handle. This is a dangerous glade event. If I don't handle this in like 12 minutes, basically, it's gonna do a bad thing to my hearth and cost me an impatience point, and that's going up a little bit. So I gotta focus on that. What do I got? I don't have those things. I don't have... Oh shit, this is not good. I don't have anything to deal with this right now. Ooh, but I can maybe choose a building that can. Fuck, are any of those what I need? Metal bars, reeds, barrels. I don't know if any of those... Shit, okay. I'm gonna pause real quick and just see what can I make. My weaver. Ugh. Okay, I need to like figure out some of these things.
Yeah, you in trouble over there?
Not yet, but I have to quickly figure out how I'm gonna deal with some problems. Oops. You can make more than one fabric. Let's see. Oh fuck, I'm not paying attention to my resolve. Well, at least I haven't had to worry about overpopulation. Nah. So you can always decline the cornerstones and just take money, and I'm gonna do that.
Yep.
Because I might have to take on this quest by buying a bunch of shit. So that is gonna happen in 10 minutes now. Oh, he'll be here in 2 minutes. Okay. You know what? I need to stop wood cutting a bit and start building. Let's see. Oh, I need a harpy here too. There we go. Okay. Alright. I just need more people. Okay, you can get back to this actually. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Oh, I think I may also. I can just. For right now, I realize I can turn music back on. Because I watch stuff while I'm playing this.
Yes, I would love to hear music.
It is actually. It's nice. Right. Time to speed forward. Yay, it's upgraded. I got it straight up to level 2, actually. And these are great things to level up. I mean, level 1 just gives you extra global resolve for all your dudes. And level 2 increases production speed. Level 3 is really good. There's a small chance you'll just double your yields every time your people, like, harvest shit. That's a good one. So, I don't have any humans this time around. Humans are good at farming, and they're good at brewing. I don't know if I'll be brewing in this game, but I definitely will have a farm, so... Is he here yet? Hurry up. Okay, can I buy what I need? Okay, he is selling pottery, and I'm pretty sure that was one of the things I can use. He's not selling reeds, right? Damn. I would much rather cleanse this, because by not cleansing it, I'm getting extra impatience points. And that's bad. Fuck, I have to make a bunch of those too? Oh my god, this is gonna be tough. How much do 30 freaking barrels cost? How much do those cost? Gonna have to do it. Gears are pretty important, but they're also lucrative, so I'm gonna sell some of those. They're like, you can't really make gears, you can only find them and get them rewarded from quests, so you want to be careful about how you use your gears. And you need them to make all of the harvesting carts.
Sure.
So if you ever want to make like second harvesting carts, you don't want to run out of gears. What else? I'll buy some biscuits to make people happy.
Yeah. Let's get a biscuit pog going in chat. We love biscuits.
Biscuits. Sell a couple eggs, and then I'll get a couple more biscuits.
Ooh, I love to eat me biscuit.
Okay.
So which of the little guys like the biscuits in this game? Is it the
beavers
dwarves or the
and harpies?
Beavers? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure humans also like biscuits. Okay, so I can do this one now. I fucking still need a bunch of provisions. So I need this thing to get built, and I need these guys to go nuts making provisions. Alright, come on,
Actually,
come
I
on,
would
come
love
on.
some biscuits.
Alright, provisions time. And just to start working on this, I'm gonna get him going because he has to haul all of those jars and shit over there. Provisions. Okay, I still don't know if I'm gonna make it in time. Because it will, I have to like, once I have all the shit here, it's still gonna take 4 minutes, 45 seconds just to do the quest. I guess it'll go faster if I put another dude there. So once he has all the stuff there, then I probably will, but I'm in the process of making that stuff. Oh yeah, these are definitely American biscuits in this game, at least.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Look at that picture of those. Those are some Pillsbury-esque buttery biscuits. Biscuits and gravy.
I would enjoy that kind of biscuit as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a biscuit liker.
I will say this. When I see biscuit sandwiches, I'm always like, too dry.
So I was that way when I was younger. I definitely felt that way when I was younger. And I think maybe I just had some bad biscuits that put me in that mindset. But definitely it is a thing where you want a hot beverage right there going.
Yeah, fair enough.
Along with those biscuits.
Let's trade some mushrooms.
Break them up.
For this quest. Oh shit, I need to... No, I don't need to be farming actually. This is not the time. How you guys doing? Alright, I'm gonna assign someone else. I think we're gonna do it just under the wire. Ooh, I can do trade routes. Although those would use my provisions, so I can't yet, not until this is done. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. No problem. Again, I had to make a compromise. I would have really rather done the cleanse thing, because that impatience is gonna cost me. And I really gotta start working fast here, because I'll lose if this goes too high. But this is a very swingy game. Like, if I start really building up my reputation, I'll quickly swing this the other way. I'm not too concerned yet. I should make the thing to make a pack of crops, though. New quest. I don't know if I'm going to be able to build a kiln, so I'm going to go with that one. Alright, with 30 seconds to... like 15 seconds to spare. Okay, so now I don't want to make too many provisions. Probably should start making flour. Not too much. Only one person needs to work there. Okay, so that you unlock trade routes after a while, and this is neat. These are my other settlements in this run, essentially, and I'm trading with them. And what I found out later is, like, they will literally... They want the stuff that they can't make. So it does kind of matter, like, what sort of towns I made early. So if I had a town that specialized, like, in wine, if it might want beer, because it doesn't, like, make beer. So it is kind of like an interesting thing. But essentially, I'm selling at a better rate than I would to the market guy. Some of my materials, I always have to sell some pack of provisions with it, and then I get back money after a certain period of time. So this is definitely a way to earn lots of spare cash. I wish something here was like wanted my mushrooms, because I have so many fucking mushrooms. I don't really want to trade away these things, so I'm gonna wait.
Galumfer says HEB makes pretty good frozen buttermilk. So for those of you in Texas, South Texas, if you're looking for some good biscuits, check them out.
I would love to go to an HEB.
Me too. I have not been to an HEB in 20-something years.
I've like seen the cereal aisle, and I like a good cereal, and I was just blown away by the custom creations they got going on there. About housing, how are we doing? I should start making some more specialty housing. One more Harpy building. Oop, oop. Not gonna lose anyone this storm. Even if I have to sacrifice all of my wood. Fuck, I should get this thing going actually. Foxes are like the last species you add to you can start playing with, but they're in some ways the most like specialized. What they're good at is like very particular, and then their houses are kind of the trickiest to build because they need this special material called a what is it called? It's like spirit bricks or something. Oh, my woodcutter's camp is not by any trees anymore. That's a problem. Oh shit, this is when I do want to put people working on my farm, because this is the growing season, planting season. Oh, that's actually coal right there, so we can make a mine. Coal is also a source, something I can burn here, and it burns longer than wood, so that's a useful material to get. Shit, I really need to complete a quest. Or maybe I could turn in a box. No, I don't have tools. Fuck. Ooh, there are some crystallized dew. Okay, I should get that. Once this fox is done with his quest, I'm gonna reassign him.
Yeah.
And these guys will also be freed up here soon. Oh, new cornerstone. Oh, there we go. Okay, this is exactly the kind of thing. I don't have to worry about oil now. I literally will just get 3 oil every time I make flour. So that's like a cool one.
Hell yeah.
So I'm actually gonna say, go wild. I need lots of oil. I'm annoyed I forgot to check that last guy in the market. Whether... Actually, I don't need you anymore. I need you working here. Let's see. Low on fuel. I stopped burning it extra, right? Okay. Well, this is not a good position for that, so maybe that'll help.
Oh, that's super cool. 84 Jort says my friend did the Steam cover art for this game.
Nice. It's evocative art.
Yeah, the art in this game does look really sick. I'm a big fan of the color palette on display here. It reminds me of Warcraft 3.
Definitely, yeah. I definitely got that feeling. I didn't even play that much Warcraft 3, but...
Yeah, me neither, but like the look of it stuck with me so hard over the years. And plus Greg says my uncle works at the mushroom flour mill in this game. Okay, so one-upping us there.
Let's see, how about... Oh, I should definitely put someone here. Something good in these abandoned... Oh, there is fucking bundles of reeds in that thing. I could have done the good... Well, whatever. Whatever. you not making packs of crops? I thought that's what I said to make. Where are my packs of crops? Now we got a mine. I call them dwarves because they look so much like them, but beavers. Beavers work well in the mines.
They yearn for the mines.
They yearn for the mines. Okay, so harpies could use housing. Beavers could use housing. Let's make another beaver house.
Hey, creating housing for beavers is a really good way of showing that you give a damn.
Thank you, Pat.
And it is 2 p.m., so we should go on that one.
2 p.m. In your
It's 2
time,
p.m.
it's 5 p.m.
Oh.
here,
Yeah.
where it matters. No. So this has been Against the Storm. If you want to know more of my specific reasonings for really, really liking this city builder and thinking that you will too if you have any inclination to like city builders, it's extremely good. And I don't know if this even gave that much of a like example. I'm gonna have to like work really hard now, but the games feel swingy and like thrilling more so than your average city builder because of these meters down here. Like especially the boss matches, I'm like playing a city builder like I feel like I never had before. I'm like, I've got to make enough raincoats so I can get these harpies happy, so that I can do this quest, so that I can get this, you know, my queen satisfied. But for whatever, it gets your hooks into you quickly. And even though for a lot of city builder fans, the idea of starting over a new city every like hour or two is tantamount to like sacrilege, it really makes it work, and I recommend trying it out. It's on Game Pass PC, actually, if you just want to give it a shot.
Actually, both of today's games are on Game Pass.
Yes, I would double check.
The Clayton Classic.
Yeah, there was some Game Pass cloud save issues with this game, but I think they've been sorted out. So, but yeah, this has been a Polygon stream. We'll be back next week with something else. So look forward to that.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Have a lovely weekend. Bye. These games are cool.